I see you back there hiding in the shadows. Welcome, my friend, once again to the attic above Horror Hotel, where we look for cool and interesting old Halloween masks for all you monster lovers here in the Mask Fan Attic. Now this evening I have a mask that was available at a particular time in the history of the planet. And I'll bet it's one of the few masks ever made which you might be able to guess approximately what its release dates were just based on the name of the mask. Let me just show you, and you tell me about when do you think this was in release. Okay, it's called Y2DK. Y2DK. Kind of looks like a license plate when you spell it out, doesn't it? Y2DK. Anyway, that's right. It was available around 1999 and 2000. Okay, which was at the time of the turn of the century, so to speak, and the beginning of a new millennium, and in particular a time when the term Y2K was being severely overused and worn out and so forth, and everybody was talking about the Y2K bug and Y2K this and Y2K that, and there was just a lot of Y2K talk. So this is Y2DK, and not only is he decayed, explaining that part of his moniker, but he's worried looking. He's very worried, like Americans were for some reason when the whole Y2K thing was thought to be a serious concern, you see. So he's kind of a worried looking zombie. And yeah, that's right, he's basically a zombie. As you can see, he's a very shriveled, withered sort of guy, and I like this one because it has a lot of character. It has a lot of personality. If you look at it from far off in the distance, right away, you'll get it, that he's a horrified looking, you know, bug-eyed, unhappy, worried looking ghoul. You'll get that right away. It's very dramatic. Now, this was a product of Death Studios. However, it was not sculpted by Jeff Death. It was actually sculpted by an artist named Mark Bronner, founder and operator of Little Spider Productions. Now, Little Spider made a lot of haunted house props, big rubber monsters and props and so forth, and body parts, and also set decor, and a line of masks for a few years there. And I believe the artist, Mark Bronner, made some of these himself, some of the Y2DK masks, shortly before Death Studios did their run of this very deluxe version of it. And one thing that you may notice, or you may not, depending on whether or not I show you. I'll show you. How about that? One thing you may notice is that you can see Little Spider, not a little spider, because they're all over the attic, of course, but the words Little Spider on the back of the neck underneath his hair. And another thing that is of interest about the back of this one's head is that the original design was a little small. It was a little too tight for people to wear. The back of the head was just a little too flat. So the Death Studios edition has a slightly bigger cranium, has an extra piece that was put on there before they made their mold, just to make it slightly bigger and a little easier to wear. Now, again, only available during the period right around the turn of the century, which was 1999 through 2000, right in there. And there weren't that many of these made. It wasn't heavily promoted. It was just run, again, a season or two. And I don't know how many, but apparently not very many. Now, there were 4 Little Spider Productions masks that were released by Death Studios around that same time. But I thought this one was sort of exceptional, and I know not everybody's going to like it because it's a little cartoony, but I kind of like the cartooniness. It sort of has an old school, almost like the Disney Haunted Mansion or maybe a William Castle movie kind of ghost. Not 100% realistic, maybe not 100% organic as compared to, say, the dead people on The Walking Dead, which are a little more realistic, I suppose you could say. I like this kind of ooh, spooky kind of spook with the drama kind of amped up and ramped up and kind of overdone to have immediate impact. And I think this would be a great head to have on like a pop-up or something in a haunted house, where it just kind of goes and as soon as you see it, you'll see that the face. You see. Now the eyes on mine have yellowed a little bit. They were whiter when it was new, but they still have this nice, creepy, dead sort of. Well, basically, it's the watery, pale blue, yellowy look that that zombies of today have. So that's nice too. But anyway, if you run a haunted house, I think this is a great one to have. Look for the old Y2DK. You may be able to find one online someplace, maybe on eBay. They turn up, or maybe on one of the great mask websites of the planet. So until next time. Watch out for those Y2DK bugs, and for heaven's sake, don't stand up really straight in here in the attic because you'll get spiders in your hair.